You have these secret vibrational powers, but you don't know it yet. You are not just a body moving through space, reacting to the world around you. You are an energetic being, vibrating at a frequency that determines the experiences you attract. Every thought, every emotion, every intention sends out ripples into the fabric of reality, shaping the world you live in. What if the reality you experience right now is simply a reflection of the vibrations you have been emitting all along? What if your struggles, your successes, your relationships, and even your financial situation are not just random events, but direct results of the energy you put out into the universe? Energy is not just a mystical concept, it is the foundation of everything.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Science has already proven that everything, at its core, is energy vibrating at different frequencies. The chair you sit on, the air you breathe, the thoughts in your mind, all of it is energy in motion. But here's where it gets truly mind-blowing. Your thoughts and emotions have measurable frequencies, and they interact with the energy field of the universe to attract experiences that match their vibration. Think about it. Have you ever woken up in a bad mood, and then everything throughout your day seemed to go wrong? You spilled your coffee, hit traffic, had a stressful encounter at work, and by the end of the day you felt like the universe was against you. But was the universe punishing you? Or were you simply attracting experiences that matched the vibration you started your day with? Now, imagine the opposite. Have you ever had a day where everything seemed to flow effortlessly? You felt confident, inspired, and suddenly opportunities seemed to appear out of nowhere. That wasn't luck, that was alignment. You were vibrating at a frequency of positivity, and the universe responded in kind. There is a reason why some people always seem to attract good fortune while others constantly struggle. It's not just about hard work, intelligence, or luck, it's about the energy they give off. Every thought, every emotion, every belief is a signal you send out, and the universe responds by mirroring that frequency back to you. If you constantly think about problems, stress, and limitations, you will experience more of them. If you carry deep resentment, fear, or self-doubt, your reality will reflect that energy in the form of difficult relationships, missed opportunities, and endless obstacles. On the other hand, when you radiate confidence, gratitude, and a sense of abundance, life tends to flow in ways that support your success. The mind is not just a tool for thinking, it is a transmitter that interacts with the energetic field of existence. Thoughts are electric, emotions are magnetic, and together they create the vibrational blueprint of your life. This is why two people can be in the same situation but experience completely different realities. One person sees possibilities, the other sees problems. When one person attracts solutions, the other attracts more struggle. This is not just philosophy, it is observable in everyday life. People who believe in their ability to succeed often find doors opening for them, while those who constantly doubt themselves remain stuck. The difference is not just in action, but in vibration. Many spend their lives reacting to circumstances, never realizing they have the power to shift their frequency and change their reality from the inside out. The way you feel right now is shaping what comes next. If you hold on to frustration, anger, or hopelessness, you are reinforcing patterns that create more of the same. But the moment you shift your energy, whether through gratitude, love, or even just deciding to let go of negativity, you start altering the signals you send out. And when your vibration changes, your life begins to change too. This is not about wishful thinking or pretending problems don't exist. It's about understanding that your energy is the foundation of everything you experience. The universe is not judging you, rewarding you, or punishing you. It is responding to you. Most people don't realize that their energy is like a signal constantly broadcasting to the universe, influencing what comes back to them. They think life is just happening to them, but in reality they are shaping it with every thought, every emotion, and every belief they hold. The way you feel right now is not just a reaction to your circumstances, it's actively creating what comes next. If you constantly focus on struggle, frustration, and limitations, you reinforce those patterns in your life. But the moment you shift your energy, even slightly, you start to see changes. It's not about ignoring problems, it's about understanding that your reaction to them determines whether they persist or dissolve. The universe is not separate from you, it's responding to you. Everything has a frequency, and when you align with the frequency of what you want, things begin moving in your favor. People who constantly complain about how hard life is will always find more reasons to complain. People who believe they are lucky, capable, and worthy of good things tend to experience life in a way that confirms those beliefs. This is not about forcing positivity or pretending to be happy when you're not. It's about recognizing that your energy is shaping your reality, whether you are conscious of it or not. The reason some people seem to rise effortlessly, while others struggle endlessly, isn't luck, it's vibration. The ones who succeed are tuned into a frequency that attracts opportunities, while those who stay stuck are unknowingly tuned into a frequency that keeps them in the same loop. The good news is that energy is fluid, and you can shift it at any moment. You don't have to be trapped in old patterns. The moment you start thinking differently, feeling differently, and acting differently, your frequency changes, and with it, your reality. This is why even small changes, like focusing on gratitude instead of frustration, can have massive effects over time. The energy you put out is the energy that comes back, and once you truly understand this, you stop feeling powerless. You stop waiting for things to change and start realizing that the power to shift everything has been in your hands all along. What you focus on expands, and what you vibrate at, you attract. The only real question is, are you choosing your energy consciously, or are you letting old patterns decide for you? Energy is not something abstract or mystical, it's the core of everything you experience. Your thoughts are electrical signals, your emotions are magnetic forces, and together they create a field of energy that attracts what matches it. This is why two people can be in the exact same situation but have completely different outcomes. One radiates confidence, belief, and possibility, and things seem to work in their favor. The other carries doubt, fear, and hesitation, and life keeps throwing obstacles in their way. The difference isn't luck or intelligence, it's the frequency they are emitting. If you constantly focus on what's missing, what's wrong, and what you fear, that energy shapes your reality. But if you shift into a state of trust, gratitude, and certainty, everything around you starts responding differently. Most people don't realize they are stuck in vibrational loops, repeating the same patterns over and over again because they haven't changed their energy. They wake up with the same worries, react the same way to challenges, and reinforce the same beliefs, which keeps them locked in the same experiences. But the moment you become aware of this, you take back control. You stop letting circumstances dictate your vibration and start choosing it instead. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about deciding which frequency you want to live in. When you shift internally, the external world adjusts to match. You start meeting people who align with your energy, opportunities appear that weren't there before, and life begins to flow instead of feeling like a constant struggle. Nothing about this is random. The universe operates on energy, and energy moves in patterns. If your pattern is struggle, then struggle continues. If your pattern is ease, then ease unfolds. Everything you desire already exists in the field of possibilities, but you have to be tuned into the right frequency to experience it. This is why people who believe in their own success often find doors opening effortlessly, while others who doubt themselves find roadblocks at every turn. The energy you hold becomes the life you live. Once you truly understand this, everything changes. You stop chasing, forcing, and fighting against life, and instead you start aligning with the version of reality that was waiting for you all along. The only thing that stands between you and that reality is the frequency you choose to hold right now. Your energy is always communicating something, even when you're not speaking. It shows in the way you carry yourself, the way you react to situations, the way people respond to you. You've probably noticed that when you feel confident and unstoppable, everything seems to align effortlessly. People treat you differently, opportunities appear, and life just flows. But when you're stuck in doubt, frustration, or fear, it's like you're walking through mud, struggling to make progress no matter how hard you try. That's not coincidence, that's energy at work. The world isn't reacting to what you want, it's reacting to what you are. If you want things to change, you don't chase change externally, you shift your frequency, and the external world reorganizes around it. Most people try to force outcomes, thinking that if they just push harder, work longer, or stress more, they'll finally break through. But energy doesn't work that way. The more you struggle, the more resistance you create. The more you doubt, the more reasons life gives you to doubt. But the moment you let go of that desperate energy and step into certainty, things start moving in your favor. It's why some people seem to attract success effortlessly, while others grind endlessly with little to show for it. The difference isn't just action, it's vibration. When you operate from a place of knowing your worth, knowing your power, knowing that what you desire is already in motion, you stop blocking what's meant for you. You stop working against yourself and start moving with the natural flow of energy that was always there, waiting for you to align with it. Nothing is as complicated as the mind makes it seem. The energy you hold becomes the reality you live. If you want different outcomes, you shift your internal state first. It's not about pretending to be positive or forcing fake optimism. It's about genuinely shifting how you feel, what you focus on, and the energy you bring into every moment. The moment you stop reacting to life and start consciously choosing your vibration, everything changes. The right people show up, solutions appear, doors open that you didn't even know existed. Not because life suddenly decided to be kind to you, but because you finally tuned into the frequency where those things were always available. The only thing standing between you and the reality you want is the energy you're choosing to hold right now. Everything you experience is a reflection of the energy you bring into the world. If you constantly feel like life is a struggle, it's not because you're unlucky or because the universe is working against you. It's because struggle has become your dominant vibration. When you shift that energy, even slightly, the external world starts responding differently. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly appear. The right people enter your life at the perfect moment, and things start falling into place with less effort. This isn't magic. And it's not coincidence. It's alignment. The energy you hold shapes the experiences you attract, whether you realize it or not. The question is never whether energy is working, it's whether you are using it to your advantage or letting it keep you stuck in patterns that no longer serve you. Most people wait for their circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel better, not realizing that their energy is what's keeping those circumstances in place. They think, once I have more money, I'll feel secure. Once I find the right relationship, I'll feel loved. But that's backward. The feeling has to come first. You have to generate the frequency of security before financial abundance can flow to you. You have to embody the energy of love before the right relationship can show up. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. The moment you stop waiting for external validation and start shifting your internal state, everything begins to move. This is why the people who succeed effortlessly aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the hardest working. They are the ones who have mastered their energy. They don't chase, they align. The truth is, you don't have to force anything. The opportunities, relationships, and experiences meant for you are already in motion, waiting for you to match their frequency. The struggle comes when you operate from a state of lack, fear, or desperation, because those energies push what you want further away. But the instant you shift into trust, certainty, and gratitude, everything starts flowing toward you. This isn't about sitting back and doing nothing, it's about making sure that every action you take is backed by the right energy. When you move from a place of alignment instead of resistance, things happen faster, easier, and with less struggle. The energy you choose right now is shaping what happens next, and the moment you fully own that truth, life stops being something that happens to you and starts being something you create on your own terms. Everything is energy, and energy moves before anything else. The way you feel, the thoughts you repeat, the beliefs you hold, all of it is shaping your reality in ways you're either aware of or completely blind to. When things seem stuck, when nothing is changing, it's not because you're not trying hard enough or because life is unfair. It's because your energy hasn't shifted. You can take all the right actions, say all the right words, and make all the logical moves, but if the energy behind them is filled with doubt, fear, or desperation, you'll keep running into resistance. On the other hand, when you operate from certainty, when you move with the energy of someone who already knows things are working in their favor, the universe rearranges itself to match that frequency. This is why two people can do the exact same thing and get completely different results. One is aligned, the other is not. Most people don't realize they are walking around carrying energy that contradicts what they say they want. They want success, but they vibrate at a frequency of frustration and impatience. They want love, but they operate from fear, insecurity, or past wounds. They want financial abundance, but they constantly feel lack and worry about money. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to energy. The moment you shift from wanting to knowing, from chasing to attracting, everything starts moving differently. You stop forcing things that aren't meant for you, and you start drawing in the things that are. It's not about sitting back and waiting, it's about making sure that every action you take is aligned with the energy of already having, not the energy of needing. That's the difference between those who seem to succeed effortlessly and those who struggle endlessly. It's not luck, and it's not about who works the hardest. It's about who operates from a state of alignment rather than resistance. Everything you want is already available. but you have to become a match for it. You can't wait until things change to start feeling different. You have to feel different first. The people who get what they want don't wait for proof before they believe first, and the proof follows. This is not about pretending or forcing positivity. It's about deeply embodying the energy of the reality you want before it physically manifests. The moment you stop reacting to life and start consciously deciding the frequency you hold, you stop being at the mercy of circumstances. Things start shifting, sometimes so fast it feels unreal. That's not luck, and it's not by chance. It's because you finally stopped blocking what was meant for you all along. Everything is energy, and the way you feel right now is shaping what comes next. If you're constantly frustrated, doubting yourself, or waiting for something outside of you to change before you allow yourself to feel better, you're keeping yourself stuck. Nothing shifts until the energy does. People who seem to always be in the right place at the right time aren't just lucky, they are tuned into a frequency that naturally attracts the right opportunities. They move with certainty, act from alignment, and trust that things are always working in their favor. Meanwhile, those who struggle are often unknowingly trapped in cycles of resistance. They want things to change, but their dominant energy is frustration, doubt, or impatience, and that energy keeps them locked in the same reality. The moment you stop chasing and start aligning, life starts responding differently. Most people don't realize how much of their energy is spent reacting instead of creating. They wake up and immediately fall into old patterns, checking their phone, stressing about the same problems, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions. And then they wonder why nothing changes. But the truth is, every single day is an opportunity to shift into a new frequency. The people who experience breakthroughs aren't the ones who work the hardest or stress the most. They're the ones who decide to live in the energy of what they want before it physically arrives. They know that success, love, and abundance aren't things you wait for. They are states of being you step into. Everything you desire is already available, but you can't access it while vibrating at a frequency that contradicts it. You don't become successful by obsessing over what's missing. You don't attract love by focusing on loneliness. You don't call in abundance while constantly feeling lack. The moment you shift internally, the external world follows. This is why some people experience rapid transformations, because they finally stop letting circumstances dictate their energy and start letting their energy dictate their circumstances. They don't wait for proof, they decide, and then the proof shows up. They stop looking at what is and start moving in the energy of what's coming. This isn't about pretending or ignoring reality. It's about choosing the frequency that aligns with what you want instead of constantly reinforcing what you don't. Everything changes when you realize that you are not waiting on life. Life is waiting on you. The only thing standing between you and the reality you want is the energy you choose to hold right now. Energy is the foundation of everything, and whether you realize it or not, you are always attracting experiences that match the frequency you hold. If you constantly feel like things aren't working, if you're waiting for external proof before believing in yourself, if you're stuck in frustration, doubt, or impatience, you're unknowingly reinforcing the very reality you want to escape. The people who seem to move through life effortlessly aren't necessarily more talented, smarter, or luckier. They've simply mastered their energy. They operate from trust instead of fear, from certainty instead of hesitation, from alignment instead of resistance. And because of that, Things fall into place for them in ways that seem almost too easy. Meanwhile, those who struggle are often trapped in cycles of pushing, forcing, second-guessing, and waiting for things to change before they allow themselves to feel different. But life doesn't work that way. Energy shifts first, and then reality follows. Most people wake up every day and immediately step into the same patterns, checking their phone, worrying about the same problems, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions. Then they wonder why nothing changes. But the people who experience massive shifts in their lives aren't the ones who obsess over what's wrong. They're the ones who decide to live in the energy of what they want before it arrives. They don't just react to life, they create it. They know that success, love, and abundance aren't things you chase, they are frequencies you align with. You don't become successful by focusing on failure. You don't attract love by dwelling on loneliness. You don't call in abundance while vibrating in lack. Everything you desire is already available, but you have to match its frequency to experience it. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't time, it's alignment. The moment you shift internally, the external world reorganizes. The people who experience rapid breakthroughs aren't waiting for proof before they believe first, and then the proof shows up. They stop obsessing over what is and start moving in the energy of what's coming. This isn't about toxic positivity or ignoring reality, it's about understanding that your focus, emotions, and energy are constantly shaping what happens next. The reason things feel stuck isn't because life is against you, it's because you keep reinforcing the same frequency. The second you decide to hold a different energy, everything starts shifting. The right people appear. The right doors open. The opportunities you were chasing start chasing you, not because you forced them, but because you finally became a match for them. Life isn't waiting to change for you, it's waiting for you to change for it. Everything you want is already within reach, but you have to tune into the right frequency to receive it. Most people don't realize they are constantly blocking what they desire by holding on to thoughts, emotions, and patterns that contradict it. They want success but constantly doubt themselves. They want love but carry fears of rejection. They want abundance but live in a state of lack. The universe doesn't respond to what you say you want, it responds to the energy you live in. When things feel stuck, it's not because life is against you, it's because you're unconsciously reinforcing the same patterns. The people who seem to have everything fall into place for them aren't waiting for permission, external validation, or the perfect moment. They move as if what they want is already theirs, and because of that, life responds accordingly. Most people stay trapped in cycles of frustration because they keep looking at their current reality and letting it dictate how they feel. They wake up, check their phone, see the same problems, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and repeat the same actions, and then wonder why nothing changes. But the people who experience rapid shifts aren't reacting to what is, they're aligning with what's coming. They don't wait for proof before they believe. They believe first, and then the proof shows up. They know that success isn't something you chase, it's something you become. Love isn't something you search for, it's something you embody. Abundance isn't something you wish for, it's a state of being you step into. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't time, it's alignment. The moment you stop reinforcing the energy of what's missing and start embodying the energy of what's already on its way, everything shifts. This isn't about pretending or forcing fake positivity, it's about understanding that your energy is always shaping what happens next. The reason things feel stuck isn't because you're not working hard enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. It's because you're still operating from the frequency of the old reality instead of the new one. The second you shift internally, the external world follows. The right people appear, the right opportunities unfold, and things start moving faster than you ever expected. Not because you forced them, but because you finally stopped blocking them. Life isn't waiting to change for you, it's waiting for you to change for it.